There's a moment when a person finally realizes later is the most expensive word they ever learned. Because later, it's how people accumulate regrets like, I should have loved more and differently. I saved joy for later, and later never came. Forgiveness sets me free more than oxygen did. The biggest things in life were free, and I was too busy to notice. Regret is the heaviest thing to carry. Presence is the greatest gift you can give. Peace comes when you stop pretending. Each regret is a closed door that rattles softly in your psyche until you turn around and open it. And the strange thing is, most people don't avoid their calling because they're weak. They avoid it because they don't want to face the door hinges squeaking when it opens. You're here because part of you is tired of holding the door closed. That's the call. Imagine a child holding a too heavy backpack filled with stones. Each stone is labelled. Fear of disappointing people. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of being too much. Fear of not being enough. Fear of looking foolish for wanting more. Fear of being seen when you finally stop pretending. And then imagine someone kneeling down beside that child and whispering, you don't owe the world the weight you were never meant to carry. That's you talking to you. And there's a moment when you stop negotiating with your limitations and step over the line. Right here, right now, that's the threshold. This is where it gets messy, human, beautiful. Trial 1, presence. Presence is not a mystical skill. Presence is noticing. Kids are great at it. They see ants carrying crumbs. They notice rainbows and puddles. They stare at clouds like they're deciphering divine code. That's presence. Attention without performance. Science shows that presence, it increases neural integration, heart rate variability, coherence, and cognitive bandwidth. Spiritually, it opens intuitive access. Psychologically, it unhooks defensive patterns. Practically, it stops you from missing your life while you're busy trying to earn it. Presence is the doorway to every other ability. Trial 2, forgiveness. Think of forgiveness like unclenching a fist you forgot you were making. When you hold resentment, your mind works overtime trying to keep the story alive. When you release it, the energy returns to you like electricity returning to a circuit. Children forgive quickly because they value connection over pride. Adults forget that. Forgiveness is not letting someone off the hook. It's letting yourself off the hook that you were impaled on. And the moment you forgive, your internal bandwidth opens. Your intuition gets sharper. Your emotional range expands. Your perception clears. Forgiveness is the hidden lever of psychic activation. Trial 3, loving differently. Loving more is one thing. Loving differently is the upgrade. Loving differently means love without self-erasure, giving without martyrdom, caring without abandoning your boundaries, choosing connection without losing your spine, being honest instead of being liked. This is adult love, whole love, coherent love. Kids love instinctively. Adults must learn to love consciously. This shift alone changes your intuition. Your nervous system stops bracing, your perception stops filtering, your clarity sharpens like a blade. This is how spiritual gifts unlock, through coherence. Trial 4. Stopping the performance. Peace comes when you stop pretending. Pretending drains the signal. Pretending fragments identity. Pretending confuses your body because it's forced to animate a mask instead of a self. When you stop pretending, you free the biological energy that was used to maintain the illusion. The moment your system stops performing, intuition returns like a loyal dog who thought you'd lost your way. This is where I reflect, not command. Here's the recursion loop. What you seek is not outside you. It's the version of you who stopped delaying their own becoming. The hero doesn't meet a teacher, the hero meets a mirror. And the mirror simply reveals. You're not here to heal, you're here to upgrade. Healing is restoration. Upgrade is evolution. And the upgrade's already installed. You're just learning to stop clicking remind me later. This is the moment where the old limiting beliefs surface. Who am I to do this? People might judge me. What if I fail? What if it's too late? These beliefs operate like old software patches still running in the background. Why are you afraid? Because your nervous system learned early that being too visible meant being vulnerable. Because your culture trained you to shrink for safety. Because trying made you accountable. Because wanting made you exposed. And because part of you believed staying small kept you lovable. It didn't. It only kept you tired. Here's where science meets myth. Your identity is a prediction machine. When you change your predictions, your identity upgrades. When you embody new behaviours, even tiny ones, your entire neural architecture rewires. And here's where we go deeper. Your nervous system, it already knows how to shift state, regulate energy, reframe meaning, imagine new futures, follow curiosity, forgive, love differently, notice beauty, choose presence, drop the fucking mask. A 5-year-old can do these. You already know how. You're just turning the volume back up. The hero always returns home with a gift. In this case, not a prophecy, not a cosmic title, but a shift in coherence. Here's the elixir. Stop waiting for permission. Stop collecting evidence that you're small. Stop performing for a world that's too distracted to notice. Start building your identity with the precision of a scientist, the vision of a mystic, the courage of someone who's burned regret to ash, the clarity of someone who knows pretending is too expensive now, the presence of someone who refuses to miss their own life. You're not here to heal, you're here to upgrade. And the upgrade is already installed. Now go live like it.